Hello everyone, my name is Corbin and this is Plant Basics. In this episode we are going to talk about my Calathea White Fusion and what's a beauty with these beautiful white variegated leaves. So Calatheas are really medium to low light plants because in the natural environment they grow on the forest floor, so in the shade of the forest canopy. So no direct sunlight would ever really, touch their leaves. And this is especially important for the Calathea White Fusion because of the white variegation in the leaves. So if direct sunlight hits this, it's very likely it will quickly turn brown or scorch the leaves. So my advice would be to place your plant in the center of a room, perhaps on a coffee table where it will get light from all sides, but no direct sunlight on the plant. So in general, house calatheas are sensitive to the chemicals and chlorides that you find in normal tap water. So I'm only going to use either distilled, bottled, or rain water to water this plant. Because what the chemicals do is it causes leaf burn on the edges of the leaves. And I read online that the white fusion is particularly susceptible to this. Also, calatheas in general don't like very wet feet, so always make sure that you empty out any water that might be in the cover pot or in the drip tray. So just take your plant out of the pot and empty it out if you notice there's any water in the bottom of the pot. If you notice that your plant has rapidly yellowing leaves, it could be a sign of overwatering. So definitely check if there's not any water in the pot. My best strategy has always been with calatheas, similar to ferns, is to water them a little bit, but at frequent intervals, so they are kept moist but not soggy for any length of time. And when fertilizing your calathea, even if you're using natural fertilizers, it would be advisable to still use half the recommended dosage on the bottle, just to be safe. They are sensitive, so that, because I want to keep these leaves nice and beautiful and I don't want anything spoiling them. So the Calathea White Fusion does need a lot of humidity, and some sources said around 75%. Now 75% can be tricky to get in a home environment, so it might be best to place your plant somewhere where humidity is naturally high, perhaps a kitchen or a bathroom. I have two humidifiers in my home because I live in quite a hot climate. So in summer, really, I need to augment the humidity because it just gets so dry. So I'm definitely going to place my plant close to the humidifier. Low humidity will often cause the tips of the leaves to go brown. So if you notice any browning on the tips, you notice humidity. Personally, I would not spray this plant with any water because on calatheas, if you get the leaves wet and they stay wet for quite a long time, it can cause mold to develop on the plant itself. So one of the biggest issues that you might face with this plant is spider mites. Spider mites and calatheas, they are just the pair, similar to spider mites and alocasias. But in my experience, spider mites will often be present on underwatered, dusty, dry plant. If you keep your humidity high, if you keep your plant clean, if you keep your plant well watered, it should deter spider mites. And what I sometimes like to do in summer is I like to place my plants, my plants that are at high risk of spider mites in the bath, and I like to shower them with water to clean off any dust from the leaves, because spider mites love it when the leaves are dusty. So I put all my calatheas and my acacias, I put them in the bath and I shower them down. And what that does is it interrupts any infestation before it can really start to take hold of your plant. And if you do that periodically, it should be a good deterrent for spider mites, but you could still apply neem oil or something like that as a preventative spray. Because neem oil will actually kill adult and the eggs of spider mites. So it's a good spray to use. It's also natural. Calatheas generally don't like being too pot bound. So you can repot your Calathea Fusion every other year, so every second year. And I would recommend that you only go one size up with the pot size to avoid overpotting your plant. Because if you overpot your plant, you could possibly open up the door for issues like root rot or something like that, because the soil will hold on to too much moisture. And when repotting your Calathea, always use a nice, well-draining potting mix with plenty of perlite, coco coir, perhaps some sphagnum moss, to give it so you have the drainage, but you also have the moisture retention. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.